Chastleton house. It's quite a big hill from the car park. We've got here hoping to get some lunch, and there is no cafe. Apparently the villagers don't like it.
Villagers don't like it. It's not very good.
If you whisper, it's not going to pick it up on the camera. So he said the villagers don't like it. It's not very good. Anyway, so we're going to starve, but we're going to have a look around Chastleton. It's a very unusual looking house. You can start to see it there. Is that the house or the church? Oh, look at that. What's that thing there? Some funny thing. Little house.
Either that or a very small church.
Little house for Tyler, maybe. So yeah, it's a hill from the car park, downhill to the house. Probably about 7-minute walk, 5 to 7 minute walk. So guess. Not very good on the ground either. So not good for disabled people. Here we go. Apparently they do sometimes do refreshments in the church, but they decided not to today. Please close the gates.
Remember this place?
Close the gate. Oh, look at the irises. It's a nice gate. Ooh.
Let's collect admission tickets.
We've got the tickets.
Oh, you've got them.
That's what they are. That's nice, isn't it? Let's have a look at the irises. Lovely iris there. House entry, stable yards for toilets, bookshop, intro video, tea station. Ray's getting good at this, he's beelining for the flowers. What have you found?
A little flower.
Not sure what that one is.
And what attracted me was this bush.
Bearded iris.
Nice and colourful, isn't it?
Pretty bush. Don't know what they are. Bees like it. More bearded iris.
Some green leaves from a purple stalk.
Yeah.
Some roses.
I'm not out yet though. What's that? Looks like a little raspberry. Can't focus on it because it's wobbling. Can't see very well because of the light. Sorry about that. Columbines again. Yeah.
Raspberry. Don't use this thing. Turns into this thing.
Turns into that.
Oh, look at that. It's honeysuckle.
Oh yeah, I'll go and get a look at the honeysuckle. I do like the honeysuckle. Is it easy to grow? It looks like it might ruin fences and stuff though. Is this a lilac tree? We had one of those in our back garden and I'm not going to tell you what happened to it. Oh, the honeysuckle is beautiful. It's lovely. Right, well this is quite a grand house, isn't it? Have I got time for the toilet before we go in? Oh no, it's 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
We've got to go in.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Make do.
We'll have to make do. No, I'm not sure. Right. Let's have a look inside. Find out. Well, I took it off because I thought it was respectful. That's a nice rest anyway, so
Yeah, exactly.
cool.
Okay,
Brilliant,
so,
thank you.
So where were we? So you're going in here. Yeah, I
Yeah.
told you about it, didn't I?
Yeah,
so
you
many
did.
people keep scuttling through.
No
Go
worries.
round to the right. And
To the right.
that was great.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wow.
Music to my ears. Someone walks in and says, "Wow." So this is the Great Hall, Chastleton House. The house. Did you watch the video?
No, we were rushing, so we never got a chance.
You did.
I'll hear the whole thing.
That's fine. The house was built in the early 1600s by Walter Jones. He came from a wealthy wool merchant family, although he had his own wealth. He trained as a solicitor and was also an MP in Worcester. So he made his thousands or whatever it was he made, and he bought the house that was here originally, which belonged to Robert Catesby of Gunpowder Plot fame.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So when Catesby was killed after the Felt plot, Walter came in, knocked the old place down. We know nothing about this other house, other than the fact it was here.
Right.
And then built this mansion with the intention that it would be the launch pad for his family's elevation up the social ladder. And it worked to a certain degree, because Henry, Walter's son, was the first person to actually live in the house. He lived with his family. And then when Walter retired from his work in Worcester, he also moved in with his son and lived here quite happily until he died. And then it all started to go a bit wrong with poor old Arthur, who was Walter's grandson, who was between a rock and a hard place, really. It was a royalist family. When the Civil War broke out, they had to be on the side of the king, and Arthur fought for the king at the Battle of Worcester, which was the final battle of the English Civil Wars. And of course the king lost heavily, and although he escaped with his life, he was fined, and most of the family fortune disappeared at that moment. So the family have always said over the years, you know, that's the person that lost all our money. It's his fault. And poor Arthur stands up there, or sits up there on that corner, looking down, thinking, it wasn't really my fault.
Just because you did.
But the family, of course, whilst they were pointing the finger, they weren't out there earning any money. So they weren't able to pay the debts, and gradually the house moved deeper and deeper into economic decline, until eventually, in 1991, the lady behind you in the portrait, Barbara, who was the last person living here from the family, decided that it was time to move on. She sold the house to the National Heritage Trust Fund, who gave it to the National Trust. The National Trust had to negotiate for the furniture, so they bought the furniture from Barbara Clayton Brock. So what you see when you walk around today is furniture which has not been brought in by the National Trust. It was owned by the family, every stick of it, with the exception of the carpets. And I'll explain why. Because Barbara had about 20 to 30 cats. And if you can imagine 20 or 30 house cats.
Oh, yeah, we've got one and that's enough.
Well, there was a certain aroma that sort of existed. And I think that the carpets were disposed of and replaced to try and deal with that issue.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was a house that was lived in for a long period of time by the same family. It's presented today as a house which is very much an unaltered time bomb. What's that? Time bomb? What's that?
Time capsule.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
I knew it would come back to me eventually. Yeah. So yeah, it's as you walk around today, it's a house that if she walked back in tomorrow, she would recognise. She would recognise it as the house she left in 1991. And I think that really is a lovely thing.
Yeah.
It was a brave decision by the Trust to decide to conserve rather than to restore. So I think it was a right decision. Although you may look up in little corners and think, well, that could do with a bit of repair. But it is part of the history of the house.
Cool.
The furniture, as I said, is all collected over a period of time. The table behind you is an oak table that was built in situ in this room just after the house was completed, and it's been there ever since. And there's no way it can leave because there's no way getting it out.
Yep.
You will see as you go around there'll be the evidence of the decline that the house went through. The roof, although it's fine now, the roof was leaking like a sieve, but there was infestation everywhere, and you will see signs of infestation. It's all been dealt with, and it is monitored daily. But do bear that in mind as you go around.
Will do.
And we can
Thank you so much.
No, I'm joking.
I love the carpets you brought in.
Yeah.
But there must be carpets of the same.
Yes.
period.
Yeah, they are period.
Because
Most of the carpets are period. So you could have put new carpets.
no.
It wouldn't look like.
No, but
Yeah. Yeah, they are. They take it back.
Look at that. Could literally imagine them sitting here, living here, couldn't you? It's very lived in. I like that.
they're quite horrible, aren't they?
Yeah. But that's better because it's not as dark as some of the houses.
Changing the room screen, I believe.
Very weathered.
Mark Webber and his orchestra. His master's voice, HMV.
HMV.
That's what it stands for.
Is it?
Master's voice. Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that. Learn something new every day. Nice piano. Oh, look how little them cards are.
The like ones you get out of Christmas cards.
Yeah. He looks a bit grumpy. St. Gregory, Great Pope of Rome, in 596. 596? It can't be.
Still moving structurally.
Tapestries again. I love their tapestries. Must be down to the kitchen. Down there. I love them windows that they have everywhere, the glass in. Could you imagine if it broke though, how annoyed you would be? Do they? They always look really uncomfortable when they're in the paintings.
I don't want it being just a black line in front. But that looks okay.
Look at the tops of the stairs again. They look like the gates at Cannon's Ashby.
Oh yeah, with you.
So these things.
Oh no, they're actually croquet balls.
Oh, croquet balls, croquet set. Here we go then. Up the stairs we go. The paintings here aren't very good. Some paintings are very lifelike, but these ones are like cartoonish. I'm probably being really, probably going to offend somebody there. Oh, the little dog. Isn't this the place where we learned something about what the pets mean in the paintings?
Light switch.
Oh, do you remember? Look, it's got these funny ceiling things again.
Hello.
Yeah.
There is
Hi.
another room round the corner there, actually.
Oh,
Just
we-
go
Go
there
that one first.
then come back in.
Come
here.
back through there, okay.
Yeah, I'll do that bit tomorrow. Yeah. I'll do that at the weekend. Yeah, I'll do it at the weekend.
Richard,
Touch anything. Look at you. Here we go.
you go in there, you get chucked out and told you've got to come in here first.
Yeah, we need
We got told that.
Yeah, we had that.
Otherwise you get told off. I don't want to be told off.
She's still in the salon.
Well, Woman's Weekly magazine. So.
That's quite a bit of damage up there, isn't it? Look at that crack.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Gosh, that'll be expensive to repair.
Looks like the ceiling's going to fall down.
Part of it
Let's
has
hope-
in the centre. It looks like they've got a centrepiece which has come off.
Come off, yeah. It's one of them hangy downy things, isn't it? Oh, that was on the video, wasn't it?
That is in fact anything we do know that in the 1830s, John Henry had a passion for varnishing in a darker colour. So this is something like that.
Must be something, because he wouldn't have gone up.
Yes. Yeah, otherwise you get that all the same. You know,
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I quite like how they've kept it original though.
Yeah.
Go that way first or that way? Don't want to get told off again.
About the size of the bedroom you want?
That'll do. Hole at the top floor of our house, isn't it?
Yeah. It's about as old as you, isn't it? Oliver Cromwell. New biology. I just said that. Ah, typical Tyler. It's like an old man, isn't he?
It's a way of looking at it.
Hiya. Ezra. And the old books. Cool. ERA.
Look there.
The size of that Bible.
Okay, yeah.
Lots of Bibles.
It's not collecting a lot of it.
Yeah. Oh look, it's Rudyard Kipling.
Oh, yes, that's what it looks like.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That looks so old. Sir Henry Hawking. Oh, it's a lovely bath, that is. Ray, you've left something in here. Come on. Come on. What's that? You're naughty, aren't you? Rolls
Rolls
razor.
Wow.
Is that like a Rolls Royce razor?
That is quite. That's a strop. It's leather to sharpen your blade.
Look at that Coco Chanel.
Yeah, that's actually.
Priceless.
Yeah.
Well, probably not priceless. It wouldn't be left out, would it, if it was priceless?
They still sell this.
That you-
Leather soap
that-
thing,
Yeah. You left it here, did you? I love those baths. I used to have one of them in the house I lived in and I absolutely used to live in it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Wonder what this is for here. Jewellery,
Possibly.
hairbrush holder.
Kettle there. Crib.
Oh, that's cute, isn't it? Look at the wallpaper. It's just so.
Even there.
It's a very weathered chest thing. Very old. I do like how they've just left it as it was and not restored it. Yeah, it's like they've just moved out and left it exactly as it was. Which is really unusual.
I'm surprised I'm surprised that this has passed all the.
Yeah, they probably had to do some kind of wirings, didn't they? Is it this way? Do we go up? Kitchen. I think you have to go up. Oh, this rings a bell. Remember this funny landing? And we were like, what's the point of it? Definitely will have done my steps today. Oh, wow. Very long. Bar humbug. Candle snuffer from beneath the boards of one of the ground floor rooms. Look at the lovely things up there. Down again. I wonder what the point of that thing was there then. So maybe it's for somebody to stand there and greet people as they walk in the hall. Maybe. These stairs are pretty higgledy-piggledy in there. Not as bad as that other place we went the other day. But not great. I hope I'm going the right way.
No, I'm going back up on duty to the...
Oh, okay. She did it, didn't it? Going round and round. It doesn't feel like it's tall enough to be on. Please mind the steps. Yes, Kerry, mind the steps. Remember to ask for your bags and umbrellas.
Run out of lots of things. Yeah, very interesting, thank you.
There you go, yes.
No, it's not.
Four biscuits. Four biscuits.
Oh, right. Oh, to make this.
Dark, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just a contraption.
Cleaver. Knife cleaver.
Oh, so we go around this way because there's some more rooms down there. More rooms. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's go outside. Is she coming to here to get out the heat of the kitchen? Oh, it's this way.
Bathroom, isn't it? I thought that was it then.
Can you imagine trying to lift that? You need about 10 people.
You must be very brave.
Yeah.
Bike there. That plant we saw,
Yeah,
that's what they are.
we
Isn't it?
didn't want to do this one. Oh, that takes some pushing, doesn't it?
Yeah. Totally pitch black.
Pitch black. Can't see anything
Yeah.
there. Yeah, yeah. A bit. Yeah.
Is this the fridge? Fridge?
Yes, it's some kind of food storage area.
It's very cold in here, so it could quite easily be like one of them. What do they call them in them days? I've forgotten
Ice
now.
house.
Ice house, that's it. Could it be an ice house? Oh God, I nearly fell over again. The size of this ladder.
Lakes look so old, I think fish like the canal.
I know they do, I thought that.
Can you just give me half this there, please? Seems heavy.
Could you imagine? And out into the garden.